Hi, my friends. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, May 12th, and I'm so excited to see all of you this morning. I have a new story for us today, and it's actually by the same author that wrote The One Tiny Turtle. Her name is Nicola Davies, and this one is not illustrated by the same person, though. It's illustrated by Salvatore Rubino, and I want you to take a look at the front cover of this book. I want you to think about where this story may be taking place. And this book, just like yesterday's book, is talking a little bit about how animals depend on the places they live, their environment. And when you're listening to my story today, I want you to think about how the ducks in the story depend on the place that they live. Okay? So, just ducks. And I love the illustrations in this story. You see how you can see the trees up there and the houses, but then you see the reflections right in the water. Isn't that beautiful? Just Ducks by Nicola Davies, illustrated by Salvatore Rubino. Quack, 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 quack. It's the first sound I hear every morning. The quacks start long and high and get quicker and lower at the end. Quack, 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 quack. I open my bedroom curtains. Who could be making all that noise? Ducks, just ducks, down on the river that flows through the town. Male ducks quack so quietly that you have to be close to hear them. Female ducks quack loudly to call other ducks to join them. I want you to really see the pictures. Think about where the ducks are. At first, there are only 2 or 3 of them. But by the time I'm dressed, lots more have arrived and are preening and splashing and quacking in the sunlight. It doesn't take long for me to eat my breakfast, but the ducks take forever to eat theirs. When they preen, ducks spread oil from a little spot just under their tails all over their feathers to keep them shiny and waterproof. They're still eating when I cross the bridge to go to school. I look down and see them swimming around, dabbling at the surface, and upending to reach food that's underwater. Brr, it looks so cold. And this says, dabbling is when ducks nibble at the surface of the water with their beaks to get tiny bits of food, small insects, and seeds. Upending is when ducks push their heads right under the surface to eat water plants and creatures, such as snails. So how are they using their environment there? Yeah, they're eating food from their environment. We visit the ducks on the way home from school in the afternoon. When the weather's very cold, they're still hungry. I go down to the water, and even though they're wild birds, they come close just to see if I've got any food for them. Usually, you shouldn't feed ducks, but they need more food when it's cold, so in some places, people feed ducks bread in harsh weather. Although ducks can't live on bread alone, it can help to keep their bellies full when times are tough. They're all mallard ducks. So the girl ones, the ducks, are streaky browns and tans. The boys, called drakes, have glossy green heads, neat white collars, and a cute little curl on their tails. They both have a secret patch of blue on each wing, which I see when they stretch or fly. It says the female's quiet colors help her hide from danger when she's sitting on her eggs. Drakes don't sit on eggs, so they don't need to be camouflaged. Are you a duck or a drake? I like it when a drake shows off his handsome feathers to the ducks, trying to get one of us to be his girlfriend. Sometimes the drakes get very excited and chase a duck in a gang or fight, splashing in the water and making a big fuss. From fall through winter, drakes try to find a mate in time for spring, when the ducks will be ready to lay their eggs. In spring, there won't be as many ducks on the way home because they'll be busy nesting. For almost a month, the mother ducks will sit on their eggs hidden away, sometimes in some pretty funny places. Last year, one made her nest in our greenhouse. When the Dutchlings hatched, they had to climb the wall at the back of the yard, then jump down to follow their mom to the river. Mallard ducks make their nests on the ground and lay between 8 and 13 eggs. Predators like to eat eggs and ducklings, so mother ducks hide their nests carefully. And I think Caden has some ducks at his house. Maybe he can share a picture of one of his ducks on our Google Classroom. But now it's getting dark. The lights on the bridge begin to glow, and all over town, people are getting home for dinner. It's time for ducks to find a safe place for the night. Some sleep under the bridge. Some fly off to roost in the reeds. Some float on the water with their heads tucked under their wings. Ducks usually sleep at night because they can't see to find food in the dark, but they have to sleep somewhere predators can't reach them. So that page is telling us how they depend on their environment to keep them safe from predators. And some don't go to bed at all. I know, because one night at choir practice, we heard them quacking softly outside the window as they ate worms off the lawn in the dark. Quack, 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 quack. If there is food to eat and moonlight or streetlight to see, ducks will sometimes stay up late, especially when worms come out of their burrows at night. Can you hear on that page how they're depending on their environment? They had the moonlight or the street lamps giving them light to go get more food. When I close my curtain on the frosty stars, The ducks have disappeared. The bridge is quiet, and there's just the sound of rushing water and the stillness of the night. But in the morning, they'll be there. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Ducks, just ducks, down on the river that flows through the town. Do you remember what this duck is doing? Whoop! This duck right there. And that's the end. It has a little bit at the end of the book, just like the other one had it at the beginning of the book. It says dozens of ducks. The ducks in this book are mallard ducks, which are found all over Europe, America, and Asia, as well as in Australia and New Zealand. But they are only one of more than 120 different kinds of ducks that live in every kind of watery place, from river rapids to marshy ponds, and from lakes to the open ocean. Although these many kinds of ducks have different colors and live in different ways, they share a similar shape of body and beak that we all know as just duck. There's that shadowy illustration again. I hope you liked that story as much as I do. Have a fabulous day today. I want to hear if you did have the chance to go outside in your yard and look for an animal, or maybe go on a walk and see if you can see any animals and just kind of notice what they're doing. I had that there today. I'll have it again I had it yesterday, and I'll have it again today in case you didn't get a chance to try it. I'm also going to share Miss Luya's book with you. So I hope you like the story. I'll see you soon.